welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a very long time since I've updated anything, updated you all on how I have been doing. And I know you all are probably like, where has she been? And I've even received messages on Facebook from people just asking how I've been doing. I've also just, I did like a brief update in our in the Facebook group Courageous Lupus Beauty, but I didn't go into like full detail about what has been going on. So I thought this video, I thought I owed you all an update, since I know a lot of you have been following my journey with lupus and other issues and just my life in general. And so I think I owed you all an update. With my health, I was taking Safnillo, which is an infusion. It's specifically made for lupus. I don't know if you all have heard about it before, but it is specifically for lupus. You take the infusion once a month. The infusion lasts about 30 minutes. The infusion, I took about 4 infusions. I think I was on my 4th infusion, and I stopped taking it around the end of last year because I ended up getting the flu. So with the Safnillo infusions, they do tell you beforehand that you do, one of the side effects is you will get a lot of respiratory infections or upper respiratory infections. So anytime, I was a person that would not get sick like at all, and so like I would catch a random cold like maybe like once a year. And so when I was on Safnillo, every little cold that my kids brought home, I was sick with it. And then on top of that, I was working, I was still going to work, and then I was going to school. So being sick like every other week or every time I took the infusion, after I took the infusion, I was sick. So being sick that much was like, it wasn't good, especially considering like I was doing schoolwork, and then I was having to take care of the kiddos. I was literally sick all the time, and I was like, oh my god, like I can't take it anymore. I gotta stop taking the meds. And then also because like I just couldn't get anything done because I was constantly like sick. And so I stopped taking the meds last year, the infusion. I was on my 4th infusion. I can say the infusion worked like magic. Like I was not, and I've told y'all like in a few other videos which are now privated, but I told y'all that anytime like right before my cycle was about to start, I would have the worst lupus flare ever. But with the Safnillo, I was never ever in pain, and I almost believe I went into remission. I almost believe I went into remission. I think the only issue was like being sick with like colds all the time, and I absolutely hate having like colds and stuff. And then I had the flu, and it was just bad. But I do think that the Safnillo worked. I'll go back to taking it hopefully soon, but right now I'm dealing with my rheumatologist. When I was going to when I was having the injections, or infusions, they were having a hard time finding veins. The veins will literally blow during the infusion, so they would have to come in there and do another IV. It was just bad. So he recommended that I get a port placed. I'm just not okay with that at the moment. So right now the infusions are on pause until I decide whether or not I really want to do a port. I know the benefits. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say right now that the benefits outweigh the risks of having a port, because I was so sick on the Safnillo with like the flu, colds, anything. And you know, when you have lupus and you get sick with that kind of stuff, it can be really bad on your body. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about the port thing, but it's not like at the front of my mind. But I can say that the lupus symptoms from once you miss one of the infusions, the pain doesn't come back like immediately, but I noticed that it came back, like it gradually came back, and now the pain is back. So right before my period, I still feel like trash, and it's just like back to normal. Anyway, so that's pretty much it right now. Infusions on hold. I'm just kind of dealing with the pain and going with the flow, and that's just where it is as far as my health. Another update, which I'm extremely excited to share, that I did graduate from law school in May. So was it May 6th? I did graduate from law school this past, I did graduate from law school this past May, and I was so excited, y'all. I was so happy to be done with school. Like, I was, the last few semesters, I feel like anytime I'm in school, like, life starts beating me up real bad. And so I feel like the last few semesters were extremely trying. They were difficult. There was so much that was going on, and I honestly don't know how I continued to like make it through. But I did end up finishing with a really high GPA, and I was excited. Would I do it again? Probably not. I am looking into starting a PhD program, so I'll let y'all know how that goes. I think I'm like a lifelong learner, so I like to learn, but even when it causes me a lot of stress, like, because school was really like stressful for me, especially like considering I have children, I had a job, I had a husband, like all of that stuff, and then you're trying to like study and do all that stuff. But anyway, so that's with the school update. Oh, a cute update though. A really cute update is all of the kiddos will be in school this year, so I'll have time for myself. Aspen is going to kindergarten, and that's pretty much it for my school update. I graduated in May, good times, and then I am starting a PhD, so that's pretty much it. And then the kids are all going to be in school in August, and I'm so excited. The beginning of last year, I had plans. I said I'm going to come back to YouTube just because I know that a lot of people were like, they enjoyed following my lupus journey and the journey that I have been going through, like being a mom with lupus, working, being in school, all of those other things. And so I was planning on coming back last year. My mom and I were looking for my sister, and I think it had to be late January last year. We were looking for my sister for almost a week. And then my sister, it's my youngest sister, she suffered from some mental health issues. And so I was laying in bed one night, I get a message saying, hey, do you know? And they asked me if I know my sister. I said, yeah. They were like, hey, she was killed in a hit and run. And that she was killed in a hit and run, and that she was at the medical examiner's office. So if you all follow me, you know that the year prior, my niece was hit and killed in a hit and run accident too. So the news was crazy. So that's what I've been dealing with now, which is why I said it was so tough for me to continue school, because I learned this during when I had just started back up, like started my classes. So I learned this then, that my sister had passed, and then it just was a lot because I was, you know, in school working, everything was going on. I took a few days off of work, but y'all know with school, you can't really just like, you could, but then you would be behind because the school isn't going to wait on you to complete the work. They may give you extensions, but they're not going to wait for you if you're gone for like months. So I was able to continue school and do everything. And so that's pretty much where we're at now. We're still going through the grieving process of my youngest sister. We were really close as kids, even part of adulthood. We were really close to. She just, you know, she had a couple mental health issues, which is, you know, common today in America. But that is pretty much what has been going on lately. So if you guys have any more questions, just go ahead and leave a comment below.